Yahweh. But check this out in verse 29. Howbeit, every nation, each of the Babylon, Kuta, Ava, Hamath, Safava, every nation made gods of their own, and put them in the houses of the high places which the Samaritans had made, every nation in their cities wherein they dwelt. And the men of Babylon made Sukkot Benot, and the men of Kut made Nergal, and the men of Hamath made Ashima, and the Avites made Nibhaz and Tartak, and the Sepharvites burned their children in fire to Adramelech and Anamelech, the gods of Sepharvaim. So they feared the Yahweh. This is how they feared. This is how they so-called reverence. This was the Judaism, this other Judaism that came into the mix according to the scriptures, and made to themselves of the lowest of them. Note this, they made to themselves of the lowest of them priests of the high places. So the low lives became their priests. And this is much the same that we see even nowadays, which sacrifice for them in the houses of the high places. They feared the Yahweh and served their own gods. In other words, they had the cover story that they were Israelitish, but they were not Israelitish because they were not worshiping Yahweh. They was worshiping their own gods after the manner of the nations whom they carried away from thence. To this day they do after the former manner. So if we look at them today, who these ones and ones are today, we can see that they fear not Yahweh, neither do they after their statutes or after their ordinances or after the law and the commandment which Yahweh commanded the children of Yaakov, whom he named Israel. Why didn't they? Because they were not Israelites, whom Yahweh had made a covenant and charged them, saying, Ye shall not fear other gods, nor bow yourselves to them, nor serve them, nor sacrifice to them, but Yahweh, who brought you up out of the land of Egypt with great power and a stretched out arm, him shall ye fear, and him shall ye worship, and to him shall ye sacrifice. And the statutes and the ordinances and the law and the commandment which he wrote for you, ye shall observe to do forevermore, and ye shall not fear other Elohim, other gods outside of other than Yahweh. And the covenant that I made with you, ye shall not forget, neither shall you fear other Elohim, other gods, but Yahweh your Elohim shall you reverence, shall you fear, and he shall deliver you out of the hand of your enemies. Howbeit, they did not hearken, just like a lot of y'all don't want to hearken. These are the facts. You wanted the facts? Here are the facts. The 10 tribes of Israel, according to the scripture, were destroyed, and other peoples was put into their place, and they made themselves into Israelitites, you understand, or Israelitish, or so-called Jewish peoples. You understand? That's why there was a difference between the Samaritans. Remember the woman at the well, Yehoshua, and the woman at the well? And she said, well, the Judahites don't have nothing to do with the Samaritans because they worship like this and y'all worship like that. And what did Christ tell her? Christ says salvation is of the Jews. Go look that up. That's in the scriptures. That's in the book of John. You understand? Read it. Find it. Howbeit they did not hearken, but they did after their former manners. Like many of y'all not going to listen to this, even though we're giving you the proof and the fact that only Judah, you understand, only Judah remained. This is why we speak of Moa Anbesazem Negeda Yehuda, the conquering line of the tribe of Judah, because the conquering line of the tribe of Judah have prevailed. Revelation 5:5 is another scripture and another fact. So these nations feared Yahweh and served their graven images. They had an outer form, you understand, of reverence, so they looked like they could be Israelites, but they actually served their graven images, both their children and their children's children, as did their fathers. So do they to this day. And the scripture is still accurate because they still do this to this day. So here's the facts. When we say that the Hebrew Israelites are misinformed, we're not saying about everything, you understand, that they have said, but come on, let's correct what is incorrect, you understand, so we can be right and exact and correct and overcome this. So here's your facts. What's your response? That's all for right now. Salam. Shalom, 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 shalom.